Good morning. Today is Sunday, December 13th, 2020, and I'm Margaret Drugovich, the president of Hartwick College. What a weekend it has been in Oneonta. Not much sun, though you can see that there's a little bit this morning. But it was 50 degrees last night at 5 o'clock when we took our walk through the city. So many people have put their holiday lights up around Oneonta. It was really quite beautiful. I hope that you can take a little bit of time to get outside today. Well, congratulations to our students. Your exams are over. I know that COVID made this a challenging semester for you, but you got through it. I hope that you're proud of your accomplishments and proud if you put your learning first. And congratulations to our faculty. So many of you tried so hard to create bridges over this raging river of COVID uncertainty, so that all of our students could move forward. I hope that you are proud of your accomplishments and that you are proud that you put the needs of Hartwick students first. And importantly, congratulations to our professional employees. Without your flexibility and your generosity, your constant willingness to do what needed to be done whenever it was needed, getting through our semester as planned would not have been possible. I hope that you are proud of your accomplishments and that you are proud to be a member of the Hartwick community. I know that I am proud to be a member of this community. So now we turn our attention toward the spring semester. Just 5 weeks from tomorrow, our J term will begin. Students, our plans have progressed, and I'm glad to tell you this morning that we have dates for your return to campus. Once again, we'll follow the controlled move-in plan that works so well in the fall. So this is how it will work. Students who are returning for J term will return between January 12th and January 14th. You will be assigned a return date, so watch your Hartwick email. Our goal is to send you your date of return by this coming Friday. So to protect everyone and assure that you can attend the first day of class on January 18th, we're going to follow this 5-step process. So step 1, we're going to email you your return date. Please make careful note of this date. Step 2, when you return, you need to bring with you a negative PCR or a negative antigen. That would be a rapid test result. Now that result has to be no more than 72 hours old, so that means it has to be from a test that was taken within 72 hours before your arrival. Please bring that evidence with you. Step 3. You will complete 3 days of an in-room quarantine after your arrival. For those of you who are in quarantine for much longer than that in the fall, I know that is not welcome news. But we learned a lot from you in the fall about meals and activities and things that we could do in quarantine. This will be a much better quarantine experience than the one you may have had in the fall. And it will be just as short as necessary to clear you to go to class. So we expect that it will be 3 or 4 days. And then on the 4th day after you return, you're going to receive another COVID test. And this will be a PCR test. Those results should be back within 24 to 36 hours. When you receive that second negative test result, you'll be out of quarantine. If we're able to get a sufficient number of rapid tests, and we're working on that, we may substitute the rapid test for the PCR test so that you can have your results even sooner. And then the final step of the 5 steps is attend class. We've created this move-in and testing schedule so that the majority of students will be able to attend class on the first day it is held on January 18th. The majority of our classes will be in person in J term and spring term, so we want you to be ready to begin. And we want you to have a good sense of your own health status and the health status of those who will be in class with you. Now, I have one more very important message to all of our students and employees. If you test positive before the J term begins, please send us an email about that at healthcenter@hartwick.edu, and that's healthcenter, all one word, at hartwick.edu. The Department of Health has special advice for us that we want to follow regarding future testing if you have already tested positive. So if you do contract COVID, and I hope you don't, but if you do during this break period, please contact healthcenter@hartwick.edu. I mentioned earlier that we learned a lot from you about how to best manage positive cases and quarantine and all things COVID throughout the fall. I thought I'd share with you this morning a few of the things that we learned from the 371 students who generously completed the survey that we sent out about your fall experience. First, it was really great and hope-filled to learn that the overwhelming majority of respondents, 9 out of 10, said that you would enroll in spring class even assuming spring semester would be like the fall. You also said that the quality of your academic experience and your ability to pursue your goals had the greatest impact of all on your satisfaction with your fall experience. Also, that you see advantages with in-person class experience over remote. We also learned that you really miss the casual contacts that you're accustomed to having in your residence hall. And that while you feel safe from COVID on campus, concerns about COVID kept some of you from going to class at least some of the time. Finally, among the many things that we learned from the survey, we now know that your interaction with your professors and your hands-on experiences in class continue to be very, very important to you. So now we are thinking about all of this and everything else we learned from the survey, and what we learned is shaping our approach to the spring. We have and will make many changes for the J term and spring term to assure that we'll make better progress together dealing with the curveballs that COVID loves to toss our way. We caught many fiery COVID curveballs throughout the fall. We've learned a lot, and we will take what we've learned and apply it during the J term and the spring term. So to you, Special 371, thank you for giving us the advantage of your insights. This is your education, and we all want it to be as good as it can be until we can leave COVID behind. Speaking of good, even while we were muscling our way through COVID in the fall, we kept pushing forward on the implementation of FlightPath. Now, I've spoken about FlightPath in previous videos, but this is our newly launched approach to a partner-driven, student-centered, future-focused, and experience-enhanced Hartwick education. I love these FlightPath numbers. 412 first-year students were assigned a success coach this fall. 799 Hartwick students attended a professional success summit. 863 student meetings took place between success coaches and their assignees. And quite remarkably, nearly 500 alumni mentors have already stepped forward to volunteer their time to work with students. And some of these have already been assigned matches with student mentees. And I'm very, very pleased that 80 of our faculty are now actively engaged with some piece of FlightPath. So FlightPath is well on its way, and this is great news for the future of Hartwick students. Finally, our goal continues to be to do all we can to keep members of our community safe. The majority of our employees have worked from home since Thanksgiving as a precaution, given the incredible spread of COVID-19. I'm glad to tell you that, as far as I know, so far this morning, we have no active cases of COVID among employees within our campus community, though we do have 3 employees who remain in mandated Department of Health quarantine. These potential infections do not seem to have any relationship to exposure to work on our campus. This is remarkable, given the incredible spread of the infection even here in Otsego County. So, while our employees will resume their fall schedule of work on campus tomorrow, I ask each of you to please wear your mask, wear your mask, wear your mask whenever you are able. Masks and 6-foot distance are required on our campus, but I'm asking you to wear your mask at all times. When you go to the bank, when you go to the store, when you go to a family member's home, or when someone comes into your home. I've heard and read story after story of people who contracted COVID saying that as they look back on even small gatherings they attended, they realized that you cannot make gatherings safe enough. Until a vaccine is available, please wear your mask. Today's song is Home by Another Way, a song by James Taylor. It references the story of the Magi taking another way home to avoid the reach of King Herod. Taylor sings that we should steer clear of royal welcomes and avoid a big to-do. Maybe you'll see the similarities between COVID and the ruthless Herod that I see in this song. And I hope you'll do your best to get home by another way this holiday season. Remember, life is precious. Be safe. Please wear your mask. And have a great Sunday.